Welcome to this session on wise decision making, the do's and don'ts of life in Columbia. In this session, we are going to discuss student conduct, the Carolinian Creed, some important rules to know, and some things to look out for. So, what should you know? First, student conduct is essential to your academic success and your immigration status in the United States. Also, the Carolinian Creed is accepted as the U of SC guide for conduct. It's important for you to know it. Learning the campus rules and the laws of South Carolina and the United States are very important. As an international student, you are a target for some phone and email scams. So our office will do our best to warn you if we find and or hear of scams that are going around and targeting international students. Your safety is so important. Please follow the U of SC Police Department guidance. We will do what we can in the International Student Services to communicate guidance and information, resources from the USC Police and campus safety. And know that our office is here to help you. So, what is the Carolinian Creed? Carolinian Creed says, as a Carolinian, I will practice personal and academic integrity. I will respect the dignity of all persons. I will respect the rights and properties of others. I will discourage bigotry while striving to learn from differences in people, ideas, and opinions. And I will demonstrate concern for others, their feelings, and their need for conditions which support their work and development. All right, so there is something called the Honor Code and Code of Conduct. So Honor Code deals with your academic behavior, the Code of Conduct deals with your personal behavior. There are videos specifically explaining each of these already on the orientation portal. So one campus rule that may be different from the country and the culture, the campus that you came from, but the University of South Carolina is a tobacco-free campus. What does that mean? Smoking is prohibited on campus and in classrooms, outside of buildings as well. So if you're going to smoke, it's best to do it off property of the University of South Carolina. Alcohol use. This is also different from a lot of countries around the world. In the US, you cannot drink alcohol until you're 21 years old. If you are under 21, you cannot purchase, possess, or drink alcohol. If you are over 21, you cannot buy alcoholic drinks for someone or serve them to anyone under 21. Never have a party with alcohol unless you know everyone is over 21 years of age. Violations will result in a judicial review by the Student Conduct Office. So the repercussions of violating any of these rules can cause both academic and, at worst, immigration consequences. What about some laws? So there is a law in the US about not drinking and driving. If you receive a DUI, a driving under the influence charge, this will have a very real impact on your visa status. It may make it difficult for you to re-enter the country should you leave. If you have children, do not leave them unattended. In the US, you can get in trouble if young children are left unattended, specifically in a car, left at home. Authorities may even take your children if it's thought that they were put in danger. So it's important to know this, even though it may not apply to everyone. Yeah. All right, so what are some safety tips? We encourage you to trust your instincts. If a situation doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. Always walk with a friend at night. Travel in groups in well-lit and heavily trafficked areas. Avoid shortcuts and isolated areas when walking after dark. If you're traveling in your vehicle at night, keep your doors locked. And lock your doors to, if you have a car, lock your doors to your residence, your home. Don't leave items unattended. So I often see students who will leave their laptop up in the library, walk away. I encourage you to not do that. Don't leave your backpack or your expensive personal belongings somewhere don't walk away from them. Register your bicycle with campus police in case of theft. They will have a tracking number and an ID so that they may be able to match it with you if something goes missing. Be smart about your rideshare programs. There's a lot of initiatives now, and informational videos to ask for the driver's name, check their license plate with the app. Just be smart about joining or using a rideshare program. So if approached, don't resist a robber, especially if he or she has a weapon. Familiarize yourself with call boxes. This is the picture that you see on the screen. A call box just has an emergency button, so you can press it, and if you need to run, at least the police will know your general area. Don't carry large sums of cash. This is, I think, a smart rule of thumb for anywhere in the world. Typically, you want to carry just a little bit of cash and a credit card, your USC ID, things like that. Don't leave your drinks unattended in a bar. We want to assume the best of people and the people that we meet in public, but it's best not to leave your drink unattended. If you are attacked or approached by someone suspicious, contact the police immediately. You can use a call box if you're on campus, but you can call 911, which is the emergency number in the United States. There is an app that you can report things through called the Rave Guardian app. It's available for you as a USC student. You can download the Nextdoor app. This is for students living off campus. There are often social media groups for neighborhoods. The Nextdoor app also is a way for you to hear about what's happening in your neighborhood. Maybe there's a heads up of a recent crime that you could learn about. We also encourage you to register for Carolina Alert. You can go to my.sc.edu/emergency to do that. And this will offer text messages or emails to you if something is happening on campus that you should know about. Scams and identity theft. Just a rule of thumb, do not download anything from a website that you are unfamiliar with. The same goes with opening an email from an address that you're not familiar with. If you get an email from someone or a phone call from someone, if the offer seems too good to be true, don't trust it. Never send money to get money. And check the full email address if a message seems odd. Sometimes the sender's name is someone that you know, but the email address is, doesn't match the name. All right, watch out for scam emails and phone calls. The IRS, the police, the USCIS, the FBI will never call you to ask for money over the phone, nor will they threaten you. So we do hear of students getting phone calls from someone asking for money from a government organization, or even the police, and these are ways that you can get scammed. Never settle a debt on the phone, not even with gift cards. And do not give anyone your personal information over the phone unless you were the one who made the call and you know who the other person is. There are very sly ways of making the phone number match, a federal organization, and it sometimes can be a scam. Know your rights. There is the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act. There is the Family Education Rights and Privacy Act, and there are tenant rights. So I encourage you to review what your rights are with health insurance, with Family and Privacy Act, and also with where you live, with your landlord. These websites are available on the PowerPoint. All right, we are here to help you. So if you have questions about any of these issues, or even just how do you get legal help, we might be able to guide you to the right office. Please contact the International Student Services Office. We are in Close Hip, Suite 470, and this is our email address. Thank you.